Hello students, from gravitation today we are discussing about the weightlessness condition. Weightlessness, that is weight of the object. Previously what is mean by weightlessness, we will say the weight of the object. Why does we feel our weight? As see here, whenever we are standing on this floor of the earth, we found that we are going to exert a force which must be equal to the weight of the object, that is nothing but the gravitational force acting on the object. And in turn, not only this, in turn the floor also exerts. This is what the weight acts vertically downward, that is nothing but the gravitational force exerts on the body. In turn the floor also exerts a normal reaction, exerts a force which is of equal magnitude and opposite in direction, that we call it as normal reaction. So this is the reason why we feel our weight. Fine. So whenever an object is standing, we found that the weight acts downward and normal reaction acts vertically upward, which are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So instead of that, suppose we have considered an example of motion of the object in elevator or say in a lift. So in case of lift, we will found that the forces acting according to Newton's second law, we know that force is equal to mass into acceleration. So the force acting on the object with an acceleration, say A. Now we have considered an example of an object or say a passenger sitting in a lift or in an elevator where a weighing machine is there. So what this weighing machine will record the weight in different cases. Say suppose while the passenger is sitting or standing in on the weighing machine inside a lift, the net forces acting on the passenger are nothing but the gravitational force, which is having magnitude equal to the weight of the object equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity. And the secondly, as we have discussed, is the normal reaction exerted by the floor of the lift on the object, that is normal reaction. This will be the case when first say suppose the lift is at rest. What is the condition? That is lift is at rest or it is moving. Lift is moving with uniform acceleration. Say uniform velocity. It means the acceleration in this case must be equal to 0, because we know that an object moving with uniform velocity, its acceleration is 0. So in these two cases, say suppose the lift is at rest or the lift is moving with uniform velocity, then the net magnitude of force, as we know that in any of the situation, the force acting in the downward direction has a magnitude mg minus n. What we say is in the downward direction, net force acting on the object or the body or say here on the passenger is equal to weight mg minus the normal reaction is equal to net force acting, and this net force is nothing but the mass into acceleration. So in this case, that is the lift is moving with uniform velocity or it is at rest, we found, put this value here. So F force is equal to 0, acceleration is 0, it means this force is equal to 0, equals to mg minus n, thereby mg is equal to n. It means in this case what we found is that the net weight what the passenger will feel is equal to the normal reaction exerted by the floor on the passenger, and the weighing machine records the weight equals to our actual weight, and that is equivalent to the normal reaction. It is what the actual weight. Now we will discuss about the second case. So the first case here we will write as mg is equal to n. We have concluded. Now in case of secondly, as suppose the lift is moving with an upward acceleration. It is moving with an upward acceleration. See here. Suppose the lift is moving with an upward acceleration. Means say here the person standing on the weighing machine in an elevator or say lift, and here two forces as we have discussed, weight, here net acceleration. Now the lift is moving with an acceleration in the vertically upward direction. It means the net effect is vertically upward. This is the situation where we can say the lift is just moving in the upward direction, or it is about to stop at the lower floor. In both the situation, lower floor in the downward direction means stopping acceleration in the downward direction is nothing but the upward acceleration in the lift, and thereby while it is moving vertically upward with certain acceleration, say A, then the net force acting on the passenger is equivalent to N is the normal force, because it is moving, these two forces are vertically upward. So thereby we can write N minus mg must be equal to the net force, that is equal to mass into acceleration, say upward acceleration. Thereby what is equal to N? N is equal to mg plus ma. Fine. Do you get this? Fine. See here, when the lift is moving in the vertical direction with an upward acceleration, then the normal reaction exerted by the floor on the passenger is equal to weight of the body, that is passenger, plus the force, and thereby what is this normal reaction is greater than the actual weight of the object, actual weight of the passenger. In this case, we show this is not the apparent weight felt by the passenger only. Not only we are going to feel apparent that the weight of the body is increased, it is actually the weighing machine records the weight equals to, which is greater than that of the actual weight. Actual weight we have seen in the first case, while the lift was moving with uniform acceleration, uniform velocity, where there was no acceleration, and so in this case the actual weight was equivalent to the normal reaction of the body. Fine. But while there is an upward acceleration, motion with an upward acceleration, then the apparent weight of the passenger is greater than that of its actual weight, which is equal to mg plus m into a. Fine. So this is the second case. mg N is equal to mg plus ma. Now see the third situation, where say suppose the lift is moving now in the downward direction with an acceleration a. This is the case, say it is moving in the downward direction with an acceleration a, or moving upward and about to stop at the higher floor. Then we found this acceleration, that is the net effect, is in the downward direction. How to find out or how to remember this equation? The actual equation we have seen, it is equal to F is equal to mg minus n in the downward direction, right? Now, to decide how to write this, see here, when it is lift is moving in the vertically downward direction with an acceleration AD, then net effect is in the downward direction. It means we must write mg minus n, mg minus n is equal to m into a downward. Fine. And thereby what is n in this case is equal to, it is equal to mg minus m into acceleration downward, means net normal reaction, because we have seen initially that the normal reaction is the reason why we feel our weight. As we are exerted, any object is attracted towards the center of earth by the gravitational force, but in turn the earth also exerts the normal reaction, that is the floor on which we are standing. The object is, it will exert a normal reaction, and due to this normal reaction there is a feeling of weight. So we are going to find out the actually weight which is actual or say apparent in each of these situation equivalent to the normal reaction. Fine. So in first case the actual weight is equal to normal reaction. In the second case, when the lift was moving in the upward direction, we found the normal reaction is, that is apparent weight of the passenger recorded by the weighing machine inside the lift was greater than that of the actual weight. And in the third case, where the lift is moving in the downward direction with an acceleration AD, in this situation the apparent weight is less than that of the actual weight, that is, it is mg minus this m into a, means it is less than that of the actual weight. So this is how, in this case we can write here n is equal to mg minus m into acceleration downward. So apparent weights are not only the feeling, it is the actually what we found in the weighing machine, which records the weight of the person. So in the third case there is another condition. As the lift is moving in the downward direction with an certain acceleration, but instead of that, say suppose there is a state of a free fall. Lift is falling freely under the effect of gravity. What does it mean? That is, in case of a state of free fall, what we found is AD, that is downward acceleration with which the lift is falling freely, means say suppose there is a cable is cut of this lift and the lift is certainly moving in the downward direction, so that is a state of free fall. In this case we found AD, that is downward acceleration, is equal to g. But what is the equation of normal reaction here? Is equal to mg minus m into, what is AD here? Again acceleration due to gravity. So normal reaction in the state of free fall is equal to 0. If the normal reaction is 0, normal reaction felt by the object is the reason why does it will feel, that object will feel its weight, and thereby in the state of free fall, any object or the passenger in this case, he is feeling its weight as a 0. That is the condition, nothing but the weightlessness, where we should never say that there is no acceleration due to gravity. If we say that the condition of weightlessness is not, we call it as a zero gravity condition, means the normal reaction acting on the object is equal to 0, but the acceleration is not 0, but the apparent weight, that is the normal reaction, is equal to 0, and this condition we call it as wetlessness. The example of wetlessness you might have seen in any of the videos, that is the astronauts in an orbiting satellite. When the satellite is orbiting in a circular orbit around the earth, the astronauts along with this satellite, these astronauts feel wetlessness. Means what? They cannot fix their position. They seems to be floating in the satellite. They cannot set their position and or change their position. They are just floating due to this wetlessness condition. So what is the wetlessness condition? Is that the acceleration of the body and the acceleration with which it is attracted towards the earth is equal. They see here the acceleration. Now our object is nothing but, say suppose satellite along with astronaut. So astronaut is inside the satellite, and this satellite is orbiting around the earth in a circular manner. Fine. So if it is moving in a circular manner, it means the centripetal acceleration must be there, and this centripetal acceleration in this case is provided by the centripetal acceleration for the circular motion of the satellite around the earth is provided by the gravitational acceleration, because this motion is controlled or by the gravitational force. Thereby the gravitational acceleration is equivalent to this centripetal acceleration, and thereby this is nothing but a state of free fall, and therefore the normal reaction just similar to this condition, that is mg minus the acceleration with which this satellite is revolving is equal to g, and therefore normal reaction is equal to 0. In turn, if we discuss about the astronaut, then when the astronaut is also moving around the earth with this satellite, and thereby this satellite, floor of satellite cannot exert any normal reaction on the astronaut, and thereby he feel wetlessness condition and floating inside the satellite. Now you think that if this is the condition of free fall, then why does under the effect of gravity this satellite will not fall? Why it will not fall on the surface of earth? Because as we have discussed about the circular motion, while satellite is moving in a circular motion around the earth, what does it mean? It possesses a tangential velocity, and at each and every position with this tangential velocity, which will keep the satellite to move in a circular orbit around the earth, and it will not fall. Only the satellites and this astronaut inside the satellite, they are in the condition of wetlessness condition or zero gravity condition. This is one of the most important concept of wetlessness. So we have seen about the different cases related to the normal reaction, which is the actual apparent force and actual force, difference between the actual force and the apparent that is felt by an object or say passenger inside the lift. Now the last article from the theory of this gravitation chapter is binding energy. Binding energy. See, the word itself suggests binding, means the object is bounded to the earth. Fine, object is bounded to the earth. So this is the minimum amount of energy required for Now we will consider this object as a satellite. So if we want to find out what is the minimum amount of energy for the satellite to escape from the Earth's gravitational influence, that must be equal to the binding energy of the satellite. Means any object is bound to the certain thing, then this much amount of energy is to be provided so that it will escape from that object, right? And thereby we can write the minimum energy required for the satellite, minimum energy required for the satellite to escape from Earth's gravitational field or say influence is called its binding energy. Fine, it is the binding energy with which it is bound to the earth. Now to find out the expression for the binding energy. So energy, that is total energy, is equivalent to kinetic energy and the potential energy. So here we will find out the expression for or the value, how to calculate this binding energy of satellite. Say suppose a satellite of mass m is bound to earth, that is mass of earth capital M, radius of earth is r. From the surface of earth, in any object is provided such an amount of energy with the help of which it may escape from the earth's gravitational influence is its binding energy. Thereby this energy we will calculate here. Say initially what is the kinetic energy on the surface of earth to be provided is equal to half m into v square, because it is orbiting around the earth. So it must be equal to kinetic energy is equal to half m. What is about the vc square? It is equal to satellite is orbiting at height h above the earth's surface and it is about to escape. We want to escape it from the earth's gravitational influence. So this value, we know that escape velocity has value root gm upon r. So square of this vc square, so it is equal to gm square, square root of square get cancelled, so gm divided by 2 into r, right? This is what the kinetic energy of the satellite with which it is revolving. Then what is about the potential energy? Potential energy is equal to, we know, gravitational potential into mass of the satellite, right? We have seen the concept of gravitational potential energy, which is equal to the gravitational potential into mass of the satellite. So it is equal to potential energy is equal to minus gm is the gravitational minus gm upon r is the gravitational potential multiplied by mass of the satellite, that is equal to minus gmm upon r. So in each of these cases we must consider the thing that is, if we have written this r, it means that the satellite is orbiting very close to the surface of earth. In this situation only r plus h is nearly equal to r, but we will consider here not only, suppose the satellite is orbiting at a certain height h above the surface of earth such that r plus h can be considered to be small r at a height h, then we must write here, if it is orbiting close to the surface of earth, this will be the formula. If it is orbiting at a height h above the surface of earth, we must write small r. So this can also be replaced as GMM upon 2 into R. Same here for the potential energy. So minus GMM upon R. Fine. So that what is about the total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, and which is equal to, what is kinetic energy is GMM upon 2R minus GMM upon R. It means this is GMM upon R is taken common, 1 by 2 minus 1. So it is minus 1 by 2 means minus GMM upon R. This is the value of what? Total energy, which is nothing but, this total energy is nothing but the binding energy. Here total energy is minus GMM upon small r. Negative sign indicates that satellite is bound to the earth, and to escape it from the earth's gravitational influence, this much magnitude of energy is to be supplied so that it will escape from the earth's gravitational influence. So in terms of magnitude, we must write the binding energy as GMM upon small r if it is at a height h above the earth's surface. And the satellite is suppose orbiting close to the surface of earth, it is minus GMM upon 2r. It is minus GMM upon 2r. 1 by 2 minus 1 is minus 1 by 2. So minus GMM upon 2r. This is equal to minus GMM upon 2r. So minus sign indicates for the bounding of the satellite. So we can say the energy is negative. Satellite's energy, it is, but it is in magnitude, it is not negative. Thereby that binding energy is equivalent to GMM upon 2r.